Hey guys, it's Maddie. So just a few days prior to this video, I actually posted a music video, my very first video on this channel, which is really exciting and I really love how it turned out. If you guys haven't seen it already and you're interested in watching it, I would suggest watching it before watching this video because this is just sort of like an explanation video on how I did it, behind the scenes, tips, tricks, my thoughts on things, stuff like that. So I will link it down below. I'll probably put an annotation here somewhere as well to go see it. It's to the song Starry by Ellie Goulding. My friend had never heard it before, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty popular. I personally love it when I think of it, or when I hear it, sorry. I think of like just dancing and dubstep and like raves and just parties and just amazingness. So I really wanted to incorporate that into my video. And if you haven't seen it, then just to give you a little bit of sneak peek, I'll insert a clip here. But as you can see, it's just completely black light. So if you guys want to stick around, because it'll be coming up in a few seconds. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I guess I'll just start off first with the equipment that you're going to need in order to make a video like this, whether it be a music video or just a cool black light or neon kind of video. So the first thing that you're going to need, if it's going to be a black light video, is the obvious, a black light. I picked up the black light that I'm actually going to show you guys in a second, and it worked out perfectly. I was super happy that I ended up getting the one I got. It is a light bulb like this, like it's a traditional bulb where like you just screw it into the top of a lamp and you can use it like that, but it has enough power. The specific one I bought has enough power to illuminate a room, so it was definitely good enough for my video, and it only cost me like $13, which was amazing. And normally I was recommended by my mom's friend to get ones in like the strip form, like the I don't know, fluorescent tubes or whatever, but so I was looking for those, and they sold those at Spencer's, but they were a lot more expensive. But the one I got was labeled and said that it illuminated the same amount that a 18-inch long strip would, and that was the biggest one that Spencer sold. So I was like, okay, well, it's like a third of the price of the big one, so I might as well just get that one. So I got that one and it ended up working amazingly. Couldn't ask for anything better, and it was perfect and under my budget, so that was awesome. So I'll just insert a clip here of the black light in action. Okay, so this is the light in action. So you can see it's pretty strong. That's a white towel right there, and it's definitely picking up. Alright, so as for other pieces of equipment that you would need to make a video like this, or that I personally use to make my music video, I obviously used a camera, and I can't show it to you easily in this video because I'm actually using the camera that I used in the music video right now. It's just a Canon, let me see, Canon PowerShot, I think it's an ELPH, I don't know, it's a point and shoot, it's just a blue digital camera. It's a few years old, but it definitely works well for me. I knew for this type of music video I didn't need super high quality, I just needed the colors to be true, and for it to be able to pick up the colors and the movement. But other than that, I didn't have to really worry about it being like a super crisp, clean shot, or like really in focus or anything like that, because obviously there wasn't really a focus in the video aside from the lights. So as long as it wasn't super blurry, you're probably fine with just a regular digital camera that can capture video like this one can, or of course you can use whatever is available to you. Obviously, if you can get your hands on something that's really good quality, you know, like HD or whatever, then that's obviously ideal. But if you can only get your hands on a regular digital camera, don't fret about it, don't worry, it'll work. Just make sure that the colors are true. Obviously, you can go in and change colors and the tones of the colors in the videos and stuff like that. And sometimes even make it a sharper video in the editing program that you're using, depending on what you have available to you on your computer. But you don't want to have to rely on editing just to make something look good. I also used a tripod. Obviously if you don't have a tripod, it's not that big of a deal. Also, I did use a lamp, which is just over this way, which I will show you guys. It's probably in the clip of the black light that I already showed you guys, but it's just a regular lamp. I'm pretty sure it's from IKEA. You could obviously use anything you have. I'm sure you guys probably have lamps. Just double check how many watts it can like withstand, it can hold, and how many watts, if you're using a black light bulb, how many watts the bulb is going to get up to, because you don't want to use a bulb that is stronger than the lamp can actually hold. Okay, so the next piece of equipment that you're obviously going to need is some room that you're going to be using. I wouldn't recommend trying to film one of these videos outside. Even if it's nighttime, you still have the light illuminating from the moon, you still have the stars, any sort of street lights, unless you're in like the middle of nowhere somewhere. You're gonna run into some issues. So I would recommend filming inside, preferably somewhere dark like a basement or a washroom. But then you also need to be careful what's going to be illuminated in that room once you put on the black light, depending on how strong it is and how far the light reaches. So what I did is I have a spare bedroom in my room that I used, and there's only one window. So that's also something that you want to keep in mind, how many windows does the room have, which is why I recommend someplace like a basement or a washroom, because they usually don't have windows in them. So the room I worked in was a spare bedroom just down the hall in my apartment, and it only has one window that I had to cover up, and it actually already had a curtain that my mom had put up because it's our studio, and it gets extremely hot in there in the summertime because we get tons of light streaming through that window. So it already had, luckily, a very thick and dark window covering. Otherwise, if it's a window that or a room that you don't really use very often and it doesn't have any sort of window covering or fixture or some form of curtain or even like shades or something, blinds, then I would recommend just trying to tack up a old blanket, a sheet, anything like that, just to keep out as much light as possible. And then I also looked for a room or a space that had either an available wall space that didn't have very much artwork on it or very much anything at all on it, that was a solid color that wasn't going to interfere with the black light. And what I actually ended up doing is I obviously covered the window, and my dad had bought these really big pieces of MDF wood for, I think it was for like a bed or something, like a long time ago, and we just have them left over. And there was one that was absolutely massive that I got him to move in front of the closet. So I closed the closet doors and I put it in front of the closet, and then I just covered it with black paper, and then I instantly had a backdrop that I could use for this video and also take down easily and easily put back up and reuse for any other sort of video that I needed a black backdrop from or for. Other than the paper, I did buy some other stuff aside from the black lights that I thought I would share with you guys. Just some tips and tricks and things to think about when you're looking for things that you want to put in your video if you're not too sure what you want to use. So we ended up just kind of going through Dollarama and picking up a bunch of stuff, half of it which I didn't even use. Some stuff actually came in handy that I didn't think we would use, and there were stuff that we ran into some problems with because they actually didn't light up like I thought they were supposed to. So I think I'll just share that with you guys. So first of all, let me see, where do I want to start? Obviously, I bought the paper. I bought 6 sheets. I really only used 5 for the backdrop. It was like 5.5. And then the other half I used to make other props, which I will get to in a second. Obviously, the black light that didn't work. I also bought 2 different colors of balloons. I had this vision in my mind where I thought it would be really cool to have one of us like dancing and with like streamers and stuff, and have like the balloons flying everywhere and have them be illuminated and just like glowing in the dark. It looked really cool, like just these like spheres flying up all over the place. So I got, ooh, I'm spilling them. I got 2 different colors of balloons. I got a white and a yellow. Both looks like this. And I thought, if anything, like I thought they were both going to light up, you know, glow in the dark with black light, whatever. But if anything, I thought the yellow wasn't going to light up and the white would. It was actually the other way around. I was really surprised once we blew these up and we're actually trying to film with them. They didn't really light up that much at all, either one of them, but the yellow actually lit up the most, surprisingly. But so just something to think about. Not everything's gonna end up lighting up. Another thing I ran into some problems with in terms of lighting up that I bought at the dollar store was this paint. This is by Deco Art, and it's called Pure Pumpkin, and it's just crafters acrylic paint. And I thought this would be a neon orange. Clearly not. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, yeah, probably wasn't gonna work. My original idea was kind of like taken from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, if you guys have ever seen that, with like the classic red lips at the beginning of the movie, and they're singing the words and stuff, but it's just like these floating lips. I thought that would be kind of cool if we could do the same thing for this video, but just obviously neon lips with neon paint or whatever. And I didn't really have any neon colored makeup just because I'm more of the natural type of girl when it comes to makeup, but I did have this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in 604 or Milk, and it's like crazy white, like it's like white face paint in stick form. And I thought, hey, like this will be really good, you know, we can put it on our lips or whatever, and it'll be awesome because I don't think it's toxic. Like look at that, that's crazy white. We put it on, it came up like this really dark weird purple kind of bluey color. It didn't show up, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Something that ended up working extremely well were these streamers. There was 2 packs in here, but we actually used up a whole pack for the video, and they're just white regular streamers from the dollar store again, that people use for like parties, like birthday parties and whatever, and they worked amazingly. I wrapped my friend in this, like, so she looked like a mummy and she was dancing around. It looked amazing. There's a shot near the very end where she has like glow sticks in her hair and she's dancing and she's tossing them up and down, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like we're TPing the room, and it just was amazing. Coincidentally enough, my mom, actually, there was an event at the school that she works at where they were selling these for like $2, and it's just like a plastic tube with like a lanyard, and there's a button, and if you press it, it just like all the lights come on, and then there's like different flashing settings. Sorry if this is gonna make you have a seizure or anything, but it just looks really awesome, and there's just a bunch of different settings. And we ended up using this for a lot of the video, and it looked fantastic. Like, it was amazing. So it was really funny that she got this for me before she knew that I was going to be making this video, so that was perfect. And I think the last thing that I didn't really use, but that I did buy but did actually work if you did want to use it, sorry, I'm just kind of cleaning up, moving things around, were these. This is by Home Deco, and it's glow-in-the-dark stickers. This just is like a fairy one. I bought it for the stars because obviously the song that I used is called Starry Eyed. And I thought they'd be kind of cool. They're wall decals. I thought they were stickers, which is why I bought them, because I was going to take sunglasses and put, like, black sunglasses, and put a sticker, of like a star sticker on each one, so it looked like we could wear it and look like starry eyes, like stars for eyes, was my thinking, but they actually didn't end up sticking.